In this week's video I'll be showing you 3 individual artworks. All 3 of them are going to be reworked one way or another, as I'll explain as I go through the video. But I do have a question for you. If you hang around till the end, I'm putting a poll out asking you which of the 3 images you like best. I'll be very interested to see what your favourite is as a community and as individuals. And could you please just leave me a comment as to why that particular one was your favourite? I'd really appreciate that. Thanks very much. Hi folks, Brian from Photos for Art again here. Today I'm in the grounds of Crook Hall. It's a place I've been meaning to come for quite some time. It's my first time here. The reason I've decided to come here today is we're well into the month of March. Quite a lot of the trees around about are coming into blossom. I want to start building a bit more on my nature aspects of blended reality. So what I'm going to do is I take you around the grounds today. If I see something I find particularly interesting, I'll show you that, talk about what I'm hoping to achieve with it, and hopefully come out with a piece of art at the end of it. The weather today is, to say the least, changeable. We've gone from blue skies, as you can see behind me at the moment, to a very heavy downpour and back to blue within about 20 minutes. And it is very windy here. We're in a very sheltered spot at the moment, but all morning so far it's been very windy. Be interesting to see what we get with that, whether there's any plays I can do on trees moving about in the wind. We're seeing, we'll take it from there. Other than that, see you soon guys and girls, bye for now. And please remember, if you like what you see and you haven't yet subscribed, please hit the subscribe button, and if you hit the bell icon as well, every time I put a new video out you'll get a notification. That really helps me a lot. Thank you. I think I see a few options here already. Got some lovely colours over there, quite a formal setting. This what locally we would call a Geet Gnarly Tree in the middle of this section. Some interesting seating. I love the look of this. You don't see many of them in garden centres, do you? Some newly laid lawn. So the first piece I'm going to try, I quite like the play of these jardiniers and the seat with that very bright bush behind them. So I'm going to see if I can do something with that. So what I've done here is I've taken a series of photographs, taken at a fairly low level where I am here, and just taking steps forward, taking a series of photographs all the way through. And then coming up to a higher vantage point and doing the reverse. I've used this sort of technique on a few pictures, such as Tommy, which I took last year, where going either side of the subject, because the bush in the background and the seating and the jardiniers in the foreground are so far apart that I'll get a big problem with parallax, whereas from here, by moving forwards and backwards, I can get a variety of shots, which hopefully will come together in a nice piece of art. Here's the finished piece. Given the seat's position and outlook, I'm calling this piece Seat of Tranquility. So this is really just the first pass for what this work will eventually be. And the reason for that being mainly because I'd really like to get the same image but with the jardiniers fully planted and in bloom. So the next thing I'm going to try is that gnarly tree which I was mentioning before. This is a one where I'll be going around it to get various angles on it and to get a variation in background and foreground hopefully. So I'm going to go around the tree and do that now, see how we get on. And here it just goes to show it's always good to have a good look around the subject and take it from a number of different angles. And the reason being, this is the way I came in and I was too busy looking to see what was going on around me to really notice an excellent lead-in line into the main subject. Should really work well. So one of the other things I'm going to try here is I'm going to see if I can incorporate some of these extra little features, such as this hand water pump here. I think that gate as well, and I just love that little wheelbarrow, and probably finally this little seat. So here's the finished piece of the Geet Gnarly Tree, and this is another piece I'd like to come back and revisit and rework once the season has developed a little bit further than it has so far. So I believe that building in front of us there, on the right hand side where the roundel is the medieval hall, and then the Jacobean room and the dining room. Now I would like to do this as a blended reality shot. There's a couple of problems with it. First and foremost, today I need to be here earlier in the day. The sun is directly behind the buildings now, so I'm going to have to come back probably at 10 o'clock I think it is, the ground's open, and try it then. The other problem is just being able to get clear shots of the building. I think it'll be difficult, but I'll certainly come back and give it a go. Now this is the Moat Pool, and I'm going to have a try at something I've not actually had a go at yet, and that is using water, the ripples, the movement, the reflections, etc. as a blended reality piece. I'm not quite sure yet how I'm going to go about it. Do I want to highlight mainly the background with the trees and flowers and everything else going on, or do I go for the foreground with the reflections, or I might even be able to achieve both? Yes, the next 5 or 10 minutes I'll find out. And this is the finished piece of the Moat Pool. It is another one which again I would like to rework, but next time it's mainly because I think the pool looks too small in this image. So I'd like to find a way of reworking it so that there's a better sense of proportion between the moat pool itself and its surroundings. So here are the final 3 images, and I ask for you to vote on which one you prefer. So is it Geet Gnarly Tree, which was the first image I featured in my video, or was it the second image, Seat of Tranquility? Or did you prefer the final image, Moat Pool? And I'd really appreciate it if you could leave a comment below, and I'll share the results of the poll with you next time I put a video out. Thanks a lot for your help, everyone, and tune back in 2 weeks' time. Bye for now.